Hey guys, what's up? This is Weekend Trav here, and I'm going to weigh in on the latest undisputed light welterweight champion of the world, Josh Taylor. He had a fight in Scotland over the previous weekend, and it was a split decision win for him. And I actually didn't watch the fight live. I watched it the next day on Sunday. I did my own scoring because everybody was outraged about it. And Josh Taylor is the undisputed champion. He's the WBO, WBC, IBF, and WBA champion, which is undisputed, which is insane. And there's only a couple undisputed champions in the world right now, and he's one of them. He fought Jack Catterall. It was both undefeated guys. I believe that Josh is 19-0 now, and Catterall is undefeated as well with 20-plus wins. I scored that fight round by round. I broke it down. I even put my explanation by each single round that I broke down, and I posted on our Instagram page and our Facebook page. It's Weighing In with Travis Hartman. I suggest you go check that out. But I just wanted to address this because everybody's claiming this was a robbery, and if you get a split decision in somebody else's home country or hometown, that you probably won. I don't agree. Maybe some instances, yes, but I watched this fight. Was this an extremely close fight? Yes. I scored it 113-112 in favor of Josh Taylor. I thought the referee was terrible. I caught myself watching the referee more than the actual fight. And if you're a referee, that's the last thing that you should want from a big title fight, is to be visible. The point of a good referee is to be least visible as possible. Make sure the guys follow the rules, but be least visible as possible. The fans did not come to see the referee. They came to see Josh Taylor and Jack Catterall fight. And we didn't. We ended up watching a lot of the referee breaking them up, warning them, stern warnings, taking points away, just inserting himself into the fight, which made it very difficult to score as well because the referee was constantly everywhere. But I want to make sure everybody knows this was not a robbery, okay? This was a very, very close decision victory for Josh Taylor. Did Josh Taylor look good? No, he looked bad. This was not a good fight for him. It just wasn't. He fought an awkward southpaw who gave him a lot of trouble, but he did not get a gift decision. If the decision would have went to Jack Catterall, I wouldn't have been surprised either. It was a 113-112. I had 2 to 3 swing rounds, meaning the rounds were super, super close. It could have went to either guy. And obviously, I ended up favoring Josh Taylor, and it was because I thought that he had more effective work. And like I said, you check out my the Instagram page, and you will see my word for word each round, why I gave each round to each guy. And I caution people to be careful when you go by punch stat numbers and CompuBox numbers, because they do not tell the whole story of a fight. The CompuBox is the total number of punches landed, the total percentage of punches landed, not necessarily how you score a fight. Fights are scored round by round. So of course, if a guy outscores a guy in the first round by 50, 60 punches, it's not usually happens, but it does, it can throw off the rest of the punch stat numbers for sure. But the way I looked at it, I thought that Josh Taylor was more accurate. I thought he was more effective. I thought his punches caused a little bit more damage than Catterall's, although both guys were pretty beat up. It was a good fight. It was a close fight, not a good fight. I thought it was very sloppy, and there's a lot of holding. But I want to make sure people know that this was not a robbery, period. That's my whole take on the whole thing was, if you gave it to Catterall, fine, that's fine. If you gave it to Josh Taylor, that's fine as well. It was a fair decision. The scorecards were actually very, very close. It was 113-112 for Taylor, I believe a 113-112 for Catterall, and then a 114-111, which is only one round off from what a 113-112 is. Not a terrible scorecard. If we would have seen some terrible scorecards like a 118-110 or somewhere in that range, yeah, we would have said that, but we didn't. I thought it was an accurate reflection of the fight. It was a very, very close fight. Even the punch shots were pretty close. I think the power shots were pretty close. The percentage landed was pretty close. However, I think that Josh Taylor did enough to win. And I think that sometimes that we see a guy who's the undisputed champion of the world, anytime he's in a close competitive fight, we automatically, oh my gosh, I think he lost, because we're used to him blowing people out. Well, he didn't blow this guy out. You know, he didn't fight to his ability for sure, but in my opinion, he won a narrow decision. I think that he's got to go back to the drawing boards and figure out things for sure. But I want to make sure people know that in my opinion, and all the fights that I've seen in my life, this was not a robbery. This was a close, narrow decision that favored the champion, which is not unusual. It's not unusual. So I do want to credit judges when credit is due. We've seen some terrible decisions. Judging does need to be overhauled, but I don't think this was one of them. So that's my professional opinion, guys. I think that Josh Taylor kind of laid an egg for sure. I thought he got away with the win. He gutted it out. I thought he won. I'm curious to see his next couple of fights. I just don't think it's fair to call this a robbery. I don't think it's fair to call these judges out. The referee, yes, for sure. I don't think the referee did a very good job. I think the judges did the best as they possibly could. Like I said, it was a close fight. They favored Taylor. I favored Taylor. I am not a judge. I am a professional boxer. I've been in boxing 30 plus years. My scorecard, which is broken down in our Weighing In with Travis Hartman Instagram page and our Weighing In with Travis Hartman Facebook page, is posted there as well. You can check it out. If you disagree, come tell me. Let me know. I want to know why you disagree. But the rounds that I scored, I thought Taylor won. So it is what it is. There were some weird rounds because there were some point deductions. There was a knockdown. But other than that, I thought it was a fair decision. I thought it was a narrow decision. Neither guy dominated either guy. And I ended up favoring the champion. I scored it round by round. At the end of every single round, I wrote the score down. I did not go back and write anything down. I wrote it down exactly after the round, and I added the totals up at the end, and the totals came out in favor of Josh Taylor. So check us out on our Weighing In with Travis Hartman page. Subscribe to us on our YouTube page. Make sure you check out our next episode. We'll be doing one this weekend. And also, I appreciate all of our subscribers, appreciate all the likes, appreciate all the dislikes. We appreciate the commentary. We appreciate the back and forth. Keep it coming. God bless. See you guys next time.